Wait, but he didn't even
Still
add
trying to
anything.
pressure us.
But what he don't know is that David's been investigating him, and he's got a mate in the city who's a private detective.
Wait, what?
Walks a bloke.
Hey, Speechify here. You have exceeded your daily HD word limit. In order to continue enjoying your experience with high-quality voices.
Will bots ever make money? Like humans do?
Oh my god.
It was a lot.
So today I'm sitting with my co-writer for my short film coming up, Linny. And we got our cat sitting right next to us, as you can see. I told Chat GPT that we're writing a mystery novel, and of course a mystery novel isn't complete without some twists. So we need Chat GPT's help. Also, Chat GPT's name is now Fred, and he has a Cockney accent.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, Governor. I'm all ears, ready to give your mystery novel a proper twisting. Go on, spill the beans, and let's cook up a real corker of a plot together. What you got so far?
Also, guys, I'm writing this from the top of my head. Liddy, too, wrote no notes whatsoever. We're just doing this full improv. This is about to be some gold right here. Whoa. I can't afford that. All right, hold on. 1080. Whoa. Yo, 780 is all I can give you. I got a better idea. I'll just type it on Discord. Then once you're ready, we'll just send it to ChatGPT. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
There once was a man named David. David hated farm animals. He worked at a farm his whole life and wanted to get to the big city. But how could he afford it? The only way was through his father's inheritance.
Send.
Oh, that's so fast.
Oh my god. Alright.
Oh my goodness.
Let's listen.
Blimey, David's got himself in a right pickle, ain't he? So, he's toiling away with them farm critters, dreaming of the big smoke, and now he's got his eyes set on his old man's inheritance. Hey, here's a twist to give the tale a bit of a spin. Just as David's starting to scheme and plan for that inheritance, a stranger comes strolling into town. This bloke, let's call him Reginald, claims to be a long-lost cousin of David's dad.
Okay.
He's got papers and all to prove it, but something about him just don't sit right with David. Turns out,
Just don't sit
Reginald's
right.
got a dark secret.
Oh,
He's a
shit.
con artist who's been pulling off inheritance scums across the country. But what he don't know is that David's been investigating him, and he's got a mate in the city who's a private detective.
Wait, what?
As David stops and revealing Reginald's true identity, he's also getting closer to uncovering some family secrets that could change everything he thought he knew about his old man and the farm. Now, it's up to David to outwit Reginald and figure out if that inheritance is even real. And all the while, he's learning more about his family's history and the farm's past than he ever bargained for. Or, I reckon that'd give your story a right good twist, wouldn't it?
Then David goes to the pro. He stars in an episode of Dr. Phil, and you guessed it, Fred, Hollywood, California. What would Daddy Phil do? Alright.
Fred knows what Daddy Phil would do.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Well, blow me down. David's gone and ended up on telly with good old Dr. Phil in Hollywood, California. That's a real turn of events, isn't it? Now, let's see what Daddy Phil might cook up to stir the pot even more. As David spills the beans to Dr. Phil about his inheritance dreams, Reginald's watching the show from afar, sweating bullets. But it ain't just Reginald who's got his knickers in a twist. In the middle of the taping, a woman in the audience stands up and stops shouting that she's David's half-sister from his dad's
my
previous
God.
marriage. Talk about a proper cleverful mate. This half-sister, let's call her Lily, reveals a whole new side of the family history. She claims that their dad was mixed up in some shady dealings back in the day, involving secrets buried deep on the farm. Lily's got some old letters and cryptic clues that
Deep on
point
the
toward a
farm.
hidden treasure right under their noses. Now David's got himself tangled in a right mess. With Dr. Phil and his audience watching, he's got to decide whether to trust Lily and dive headfirst into this treasure hunt or to keep chasing after that inheritance and leave the past behind. And all the while, Reginald's lurking about, trying to throw a spanner in the works and make off with any riches he can find. Crikey, mate. This Dr. Phil episode's turned into a right proper roller coaster, ain't it?
God damn.
I'm so glad that it like picked up on the Daddy Phil memes. When they just knew that Daddy Phil was the same as Dr. Phil.
I can't let Chat GPT, Fred just keeps adding characters on characters. So Lily claims that their dad was mixed up in some shady dealings back in the day involving secrets buried deep on the farm. She's got some old letters, cryptic clues that point towards a hidden treasure. So now we don't just have an inheritance battle, we have a hidden treasure battle. Oh my god. And Reginald, he's just sweating buckets because he does inheritance scams. I'm not completely sure what Reginald's inheritance scams have to do with David's inheritance, but we're about to find out. Alright, so when Reginald hears about the hidden treasure on the farm, he stops at nothing to attain it. David, on the other hand, is going through a mix of emotions with his dad's secrets and the revelation of his half-sister. What's gonna happen next? Alright, Fred. Ball in your court.
Oh. So fast. I saw it pause at one point. It's like it was thinking about something.
Hey, as the plot thickens.
Blimey, the plot thickens, don't it? Reginald's gone all greedy for that hidden treasure, and David's in a right emotional pickle with all them family secrets spilling out. Let's see where this twisting tale takes us next. Reginald, being the crafty snake he is, decides to use Lily's clues to track down the treasure first. He's hearing shady characters, causing distractions, and causing a proper ruckus on the farm. Meanwhile, David's torn between helping Lily and sorting out his own feelings about his dad's past. With the farm turned upside down, David realizes he needs to uncover the truth behind the treasure before Reginald gets his mitts on it. In a desperate bid to get to the bottom of it all, David reaches out to the private detective mate of his from the city. With their heads together, they start digging up the farm's history and the dark secrets that his dad buried. The detective's got connections and resources that could blow the lid off this mystery wide open, but it ain't gonna be easy, innit? There's a race against time. David and the detective are close to unveiling the truth about the treasure and the family's murky past, while Reginald's hot on their heels, causing chaos at every turn. The tension's risen like a good old East End pie, and it's all coming to a head. What David finds out could change his life forever, and whether he manages to outfox Reginald and claim that treasure will keep readers on the edge of their bleeding seats. It's a proper nail-biter, if you ask me.
Okay, ChatGPT's smart. Fred still remembers that David has a detective friend in the city, and it's establishing side characters, the antagonist. ChatGPT's kind of doing its thing. You know, I thought ChatGPT would make it harder for us to finish the story, but this Fred guy just keeps adding more and more.
Here, Fred. Here's a working title. The plot is thick, ain't it?
They got a lot to say.
Blimey, Broth, the plot is thick, ain't it? Now that's a title that'll catch the eye. Sounds like a right good mix of mystery, intrigue, and a bit of humour. With all them twists we've been adding, I reckon your novel's got the potential to be a real page-turner, governor. Keep cooking up them plot twists, and you'll have a readers chomping at the bit for more, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Fred's too friendly, bro.
Trying to like charm us.
He's trying to charm us.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for it, Fred. You're trying to steal my job.
Oh,
What about David's dad's ghost, who's been haunting the farm for the past 3 years? Let's see what ChatGPT says about this.
Blimey, that's a right turn in the tale, that is. A ghostly presence on the farm, eh? Let's give it a twist, shall we? As David delves deeper into the family secrets and the hunt for the treasure, he starts experiencing strange occurrences on the farm. Mysterious shadows moving about, cold chills down his spine, and eerie whispers in the wind. It's as if the vomit elf is trying to tell him something. Then one moonlit night, he comes face to face with a translucent figure, his dad's ghost. Turns out, his dad's spirit's been lingering all this time, watching over the farm and David from beyond the grave. But here's the kicker. The ghost ain't just a spooky spectre, he's got some unfinished business of his own. He reveals that he hid the treasure to protect his loved ones from its dark history and dangerous consequences. Now David's caught between the ghostly guidance of his dad and the treacherous pursuit of Reginald. With his dad's guidance, he deciphers the cryptic clues, learning about the past mistakes and the importance of keeping the family together. And as he draws closer to the truth, he realizes that the real treasure ain't just material wealth, but the bonds of family and the lessons learned from the past. So, you've got the treasure hunt, Reginald shenanigans, family secrets, and now a ghostly twist. I reckon this story's got more layers than a proper East End pie. What do you think, mate?
I feel like Fred just wants us to end the story really badly.
Well, guess what?
We're not going
We're
to.
not going to.
Slow down, Freddy. We're just getting started.
What looks like a UFO flies in and flashes a blinding light. Suddenly, David is in a white room in a straitjacket. After screaming for help many times, a doctor finally enters the white room, and it's Reginald.
Son of a bitch.
Beat that! Oh. They got something to say.
Oh, blimey, that's a right unexpected turn in the tale. You're throwing in all sorts of surprises, ain't ya? Let's roll with it then. Just when David thinks things can't get any crazier, he's whisked away by a flash of light, like something out of a science fiction yarn. Next thing he knows, he's in this bleeding white room, all trussed up in a straitjacket. He's hollering for help like there's no tomorrow, and in walks a bloke.
Hey, Speechify here. You have exceeded your daily HD word limit. In order to continue enjoying your experience with high-quality voices, please upgrade your subscription by clicking the upgrade button. If you are not ready to upgrade, you can continue listening with non-HD voices.
You're in a doctor's coat, and wouldn't ya know it, it's Reginald.
No.
But
That's not
so
the Fred
sad.
we know.
Fuck.
I hope this video better be doing some views, because I'm about to buy Speechify Premium.
But hold on a tick. Turns out, Reginald
That's
ain't
not
just
Fred.
core blimey. That's a right unexpected turn in the tale. You're
When did Fred become Italian?
That's Snoop Dogg.
I'm the narrator, staying focused while reading is hard,
I
but
think that's
Speechify
him.
may tomorrow, and in walks a bloke wearing a doctor's coat. And wouldn't you know it, it's Reginald. But hold on a tick, turns out, Reginald ain't just a common con man. He's got some real twisted motives. He's been orchestrating this whole charade, from the UFO stunt to the straitjacket show, to get David off his tail and keep the treasure all to himself. Reginald's playing mind games with David, trying to convince him he's gone bonkers and making it seem like David's dad's ghost was all a figment of his imagination. David's got to think sharp and outwit Reginald now more than ever. He's trapped in this mind-bending puzzle, trying to decipher what's real and what's part of Reginald's twisted plan. With the stakes higher than the shard, he's got to use all his wits to unravel this final layer of the mystery and put an end to Reginald's wicked schemes once and for all. Crikey, you've really thrown this story for a loop, mate. It's like a roller coaster in a fun fair, twisting and turning all over the place. What's next on the agenda, then?
Alright, so Fred is just fully on board at this point. He just wants to know what's next. He's into it. I thought that Chat GPT is going to be the one that keeps adding the twist, but it's us. We're the chaos ones.
I'm the chaos.
You're definitely coming up with some chaotic shit. Turns out Reginald is a registered psychiatrist and has been abusing his power. With David stuck in a mental hospital, not even his detective friend can help him. And to air the flame even more, Lily disappears. Your move, Fred.
Whoa. It's a lot.
Blimey, that Reginald's one nasty piece of work, ain't he? abusing his power as a psychiatrist, messing with David's mind proper. This tale's tucking some real doc turns now, but let's keep it rolling. Stuck in that mental hospital, David's like a fish out of water, struggling to make sense of reality from the twisted lies Reginald's been feeding him. His detective mate's doing his best to get to the bottom of it, but Reginald's been covering his tracks well, blocking any attempts to help David, making it seem like he's just another troubled soul. As the days drag on, David starts unraveling the truth bit by bit. He starts making connections between the past, the fun, the treasure, and Reginald's wicked plans. But just as he's getting closer to piecing it all together, Lily, his half-sister who's been helping him out, goes missing. Now David's got another fire to put out, and it's burning hotter than a jalapeno pepper. With time ticking away, David's got to dodge the mind games Reginald's playing and somehow escape the clutches of that mental hospital. He's got to find Lily, prove his sanity, and expose Reginald's sinister motives to the world. The tension's risen like a pot of water boiling for tea, and the clock's ticking like Big Ben. Crikey, this story's taken some real twisting turns, ain't it? But that's the beauty of it. Keep them readers on the edge of their seats, wondering what's coming next. What's the grand finale? Then...
Wait, but he didn't even
Still
add
trying
anything.
to pressure us.
He didn't even add anything, though.
Oh, are we stretching it now? Oh, are they out of ideas?
He just basically said what I said, but longer.
Try to be more original, Fred. Okay. Try to be more original next time, Freddy. You didn't add much and we're nowhere close to the finish line. Moving on, Reginald is revealed to be responsible for the death and creation of mental clones. Unlike regular clones, these clones can both self-destruct and malfunction, altering universes.
Yo, we're just adding every single sci-fi trope that we can.
Yep.
Alright, your move, Fred.
Oh. They hesitated for like half a second.
Oh.
I'm proud of that.
Righto, I'll give it me best shot. Gov. Let's put a bit more pep in this story's step. As David battles through the mental hospital's labyrinth of lies, he stumbles upon a set of classified files that send shivers down his spine. Turns out, Reginald's been involved in some real sinister experiments, mixing science fiction and twisted science. He's created these mental clones, creatures capable of altering the fabric of reality itself. David discovers that Reginald's been using these clones to manipulate events, causing chaos and confusion, all in his pursuit of the treasure and ultimate power. These clones ain't just mere copies. They're like twisted reflections, capable of self-destructing or messing with the very fabric of existence. They're a proper time bomb waiting to go off. With the truth laid bare before him, David realizes he's not just fighting to save himself or his family, he's fighting to prevent Reginald's dark experiments from tearing apart the very universe. The stakes have never been higher, and he's got to rely on every ounce of wits, courage, and determination he's got left. But it ain't gonna be a walk in the park. No, sir. Reginald's got his mental clones running amok, messing with David's perceptions and reality itself. And just when David thinks he's got it all sorted, he's faced with a choice that could change everything: to confront Reginald head-on, risking it all to stop his wicked plans, or find a way to outwit the madman without playing his dangerous game. Crikey, mate, this twist really throws a spanner in the works, don't it? It's like putting dynamite in a fireworks display. It's gonna explode in all sorts of unexpected ways. How's that for a twist, then? Onwards to that finish line, eh?
He really wants it to end. One thing that I noticed about Chat GPT is that he does not add any substance whatsoever. He doesn't add the details you need in a plot. So I'm gonna start doing that for him.
Yeah, this would be like a 6-hour film.
I don't even know, but this Reginald character.
I ate way too much fudge and now I regret it. It's a problem.
Damn.
Will bots ever make money like humans do? Or is it always like a human like taking the bot's money?
The person that's getting paid is always going to be the person who created the bot or like is running the bot.
Okay, cool.
it is revealed that Reginald's whole goal was to make these clones, but he just kept failing and failing until one day he finally succeeded. And the name of the successful clone? David's dad. But David's dad had a mind of his own. He ran away and met Lily's mom, but Reginald found them and killed her. So he ran away again, this time meeting David's mom. And it's revealed that the real treasure is not gold or anything, but David's dad's dead body. If Reginald gets his hands on that, he can make infinite clones and take over the world.
Oh.
All right, we came back full circle. Your move, Fred.
There was hesitation again. I think that's a good thing.
Blimey, that's a real twisty tale, isn't it? You've thrown a whole sack of curveballs into the mix, making this story as twisted as a pretzel. Let's take it down the rabbit hole, shall we? So, turns out Reginald's been chasing after these mental clones for a sinister purpose. All them failures, all them experiments, it was all to create the ultimate clone, a Bane with the power to reshape reality. And wouldn't you know it, he succeeded, but the clone wasn't under his thumb like he thought. David's dad's the successful clone, but he's got his own thoughts and feelings. He escapes Reginald's grasp, wandering off to find some sort of normalcy. Along the way, he meets Lily's mum, but Reginald tracks them down and commits a heinous act, tearing the family apart. David's dad flees again and ends up crossing paths with David's mum, the woman who'd later become David's real mum. And here comes the kicker. The real treasure ain't gold or jewels, it's David's dad's dead body. If Reginald gets his hands on it, he can make these infinite clones and bend reality to his whims, tacking over the bleeding world. David's got a choice to make. Protect his dad's remains and save the universe from Reginald's madness, or risk unleashing untold chaos by letting the villain get his way. Now David's caught in a race against time, fussing Reginald and his army of mental clones head-on. With the fate of the world hanging in the balance, he's got to use all he's learned, all he's fought for, and every ounce of courage he's got left to stop Reginald and protect his dad's legacy. Blimey, that's a real whirlwind of a tale, ain't it? Full of twists and turns that'll leave readers gobsmacked from start to finish. How's that for a grand finale, then?
Nah. He didn't say shit. He just repeated what I said. What happens next? Oh my god.
Well, gather round, mates, cause we're about to set the stage for the climactic showdown. With the stakes higher than Big Ben and the twists turning like a whirlwind, let's bring this tale to a rousing crescendo. David, armed with newfound determination and a heart full of courage, rallies his allies, his detective friend, Lily, and even the memory of his dad, to thwart Reginald's wicked plans. As they close in on the location of David's dad's remains, a fierce battle ensues on the farm, where the very fabric of reality is at stake. Reginald unleashes his mental clones, distorting perception and causing chaos all around. David's got to navigate this maze of illusions and fight his way through, all while protecting his dad's legacy from falling into the wrong hands. The fate of the world hangs in the balance, and it's a right fight for survival. In a climactic confrontation, David confronts Reginald face to face. A battle of wills, of wits, and of hot. It's a fight to end all fights. With the help of his dad's memory and his unwavering determination, David manages to outmock Reginald and expose his weaknesses. And then, with a twist that'll leave readers breathless, the mental clones, those creatures of twisted reality, turn on Reginald themselves, realizing the evil he's wrought. A battle between the clones and Reginald ensues, shattering the illusions and exposing the true extent of his wickedness. In the end, the mental clones dissolve into the ether, their power and chaos vanishing as reality rights itself. Reginald's plans crumble, his dreams of infinite power shattered, and as the dust settles, David stands victorious, protecting his dad's legacy and preventing the world from falling into darkness. The story ends with David finding peace, uncovering the true treasure that lies in family, love, and the strength to face the darkest of challenges. And as the sun sets over the farm, it's a proper ending to a tale full of twists, turns, and a right good dose of hot. Blimey, mate, what a journey it's been. From fundamental clones, you've cooked up a story that's as rich as a Christmas pudding. And with that broth, the plot is thick, ain't it? It's ready to hit the shelves and keep readers gripped from start to finish. What do you reckon, Gov?
That was beautiful.
I'm just trying to make a book deal.
That was beautiful. That was the best story I ever heard in my life. Now that shit was mid as hell.
It was a lot.
But hey, we got ourselves a story. At the end, I mean, David still never made it to the big city, but shit, he went through it, man.
You went to Hollywood.
He did go to Hollywood for a bit. Yeah, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, I saw Dr. Phil.
Yo, he went through it. I think that's nice, short. I wouldn't say sweet, but we got to do this again next time.
We do.
It was great having you, Lenny. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And
Bye, Fred.
And that's it for us. Once again, shout out Lenny for coming. Sorry about the audio. If you guys couldn't tell, the mic I'm using right now is way better than my old shitty mic that I used for this video. So that's a good sign that more better sounding videos are coming, better looking videos too. I know this one was a little blurry, but honestly, that's on me. I was kind of shit at OBS, but you gotta allow me a little. I'm getting better every single day at this. I'm still kind of new, and hopefully I can start giving some really good quality videos, funny, entertaining, and sometimes even heartfelt. There's a lot of things upcoming for SOS, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Don't forget to show us love on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube. You could even check out the audio portions of these episodes on Spotify or wherever you guys get your podcasts. But until then, I'm Abidingra, and I'll catch y'all later.